Today on VIP TV, one of our guests is Nathan Bennett, looking ahead to Saturday's big boxer tournament at Super Lightweight live on Sky Sports. Nathan, thanks for joining us today, just a few days before the fight. Excited to be back because it's been more than a year out, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, Steve. Can't wait. It's in the Echo Arena as well, which is a bonus for me. It's in my hometown, Liverpool. So, yeah, I can't wait. Get back in there after the year out.
Yeah, I mean, how hard was it getting over the fight against Dalton Smith? You know, you come across, a lot of people were fancying you going into the fight, and maybe you come across, someone who's going to go on to great things. How hard was it to get over it? Because you suffered that injury, I think, with the first punch of the fight, didn't you?
Yeah. It was hard, because he broke my jaw. I'm not saying that the outcome would have been different, but it was hard after the fight because I couldn't train or nothing like that for a good 3 months solid, because I had the plate put in my jaw. But yeah, it's something to look back on. I've got no regrets about the fight, you know what I mean, taking the fight and nothing like that. But yeah, it was hard, but I'm over it now.
You're back now.
Look forward to Saturday.
Yeah, how exciting are these boxer tournaments, prize fighter tournaments, whatever people like to call them? Because they've always gone down well on TV, haven't they?
Yeah, because it's professional boxing, but it's more like the amateurs, isn't it? Because it's only 3 rounds and it's all action. It's high pace, isn't it? It just depends, and I think it's all luck who you get in the draw, how your fight goes, and how much rest you get, where you get picked in the draw, whether you're on first, second, third in the quarters. So it's all about luck, but it's a fight at the end of the day, isn't it? It's 3 rounds, and you've got to go. I've got to treat every round like it's my last round. You know what I mean? So.
When you've been preparing for this over the last few weeks, have you trained any differently in, intervals and sparring?
Yeah, of course. So it's been like 3 rounds, 10-minute break, 3 rounds, 10-minute break, 3 rounds. But it's all been in with the heart rate monitor on. It's all been in red zone stuff. So yeah, it's been totally different from, say, a 10-round fight, because a 10-round fight's more endurance, isn't it, over the longer distance, whereas this is just very high pace intensity, and it's for 3 threes. It's 9 minutes, you know what I mean, and then you're getting out, you're getting a break, and then you're getting back in again, you know what I mean. But it's been strange, but yeah, I've enjoyed the training.
Now, obviously you boxed Benfield. How well do you know the rest of the field there, and of course Ben?
Yeah, I know most of them. I know Tom Farrell, the Scotia, I know Masha, I know Gardner. I was meant to fight Gardner, but caught COVID. And Benfield, I know Benfield pretty well. Thought I beat him in the fight that we had, over 6 rounds. Do you think there was a point in it over the 6 rounds? It was a good fight, you know what I mean? But yeah, and Lee Appleyard, I've seen a bit of Lee Appleyard. He boxed Dalton Smith. The other kid, Corey Gibbs, I haven't seen much of him. He's 13-0, but he hasn't really fought anyone. He's fought 13 journeymen, of all the other lads had fought, and myself had fought those. We'd all be 13-0, you know what I mean? But I've heard he's a good kid. And the other kids are of Grant Smith, Jim Levi.
Yeah,
tardy boxer. But to be honest with you, Steve, I haven't really concentrated on any of them because you can you? You know what I mean? I've just concentrated on me. It's a 3-round fight. There's tactics and there's no tactics. Yeah. I don't think you can really have tactics in a 3-round fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like...
Is there anyone, when you look at the draw, like, for example, I was speaking with John Evans about this last night, and we were saying maybe the sort of person, as you say, I know you're not concentrating on the others, it's all about yourself, but maybe someone like Benfield in a quarter-final would be a hard fight for everyone in there, because, you guys can pace yourself. He's going to throw everything into everything and could fall short later on in the tournament because he's put so much in.
Yeah, he is. That Benfield is just... You know what you get with him, don't you? He just comes forward. He can't really box. He's just a strong, come forward fighter. You know what I mean? He doesn't know how to take a step back. Whereas the rest of them, you don't really know whether they're going to box, whether they're going to fight. But after 10 seconds, 20 seconds of the first round, you know what you're getting, don't you? You know what I mean? You can go from there. But like I said, Benfield, Benfield will be an hard fight for anyone in the tournaments. So will the others. So will the rest of us. You know what I mean? It's the prize money and the thing that's at stake in this. You know, no one's gonna just go in and just try and pussyfoot around. It's gonna be all action.
And of course, I think the winner at the end of it gets a contract from Sky and Boxer.
Yeah, so yeah, it's a contract off Boxer and Sky and the prize money. You know what I mean? So I can't see anyone coming to just take any steps back. You know what I mean? I can just see everyone giving it their all. You know what I mean?
I mean, there's a nice 5-figure sum for the winner. Have you spent the prize money in your head yet, or is your missus?
No, do you know what? I haven't really been thinking about it. You know, to be honest with you, I'm just thinking about the first fight, win the first fight, and then go from there. You know what I mean? You can't really be thinking and spending the money in your head. Don't get me wrong. I've thought about it. It'd be nice, obviously, but don't count your chickens before the match. You know what I mean? I've got to get in there and I've got to do the business come Saturday.
Hey, you got to fight well 3 times in one night, haven't you?
Of course, yeah, of course. And like I said before, it goes off luck, and because there's 4 quarterfinals, isn't there? You could be pulled out. You could have the first fight, and then there's another 3 fights to go. So you could have a good bit of break, or you could get the last quarterfinal, and then so it's all about your rest periods in between and stuff like that. But I've trained really, really hard for it, you know, and come Saturday night, I'm just going to show everyone what I'm about. Obviously, I come off the Dalton Smith defeat, and everyone will be thinking, obviously, they've got the favourites in it, but I know for a full-blown fact, mate, as soon as Saturday night comes, whoever I get on against me, they're in for it, you know.
A tough night.
Definitely. They know they're in for a tough night.
Yeah, of course they do.
Everyone, you're in for a tough night anyway, because it's 3 rounds, isn't it? You know what I mean? I've been sparring 9 rounds, 3 rounds at a high pace, 10-minute break, and another 3, like I said before. And I've trained hard, you know what I mean? And come Saturday night, mate, I'm willing to put it all on the line. I'm going to treat every round like it's my last, and it's a shootout, isn't it?
That's right. That's exactly what it is. And finally, the Kane Gardener, that was a blow for both of you. That never happened in September. That would have been some fight over 10 rounds due to. Yeah,
it was meant to happen. The fight's been meant to happen a few times, and when I spoke to you last time, we was about 3 weeks out, wasn't we?
Well, it was going to happen, and they were going to do a face-off with you and everything, weren't they?
Yeah, of course, yeah. And then I caught COVID, didn't I? Like 2.5 weeks before, and I caught it really bad, and then I was in bed for like 5 days, and I had to isolate for 10 days, and then my partner caught it. You know what I mean? So I had to have the kids. It was just a nightmare, Steve. You know, and then I went back to the gym and tried to go back to the gym, and it was just affecting me. You know, it was still heavy. It was still there on my lungs, but you know, I've recovered, and I'm feeling I've had a good 8-week camp for this, and I'm more than ready to go.
Brilliant. Well, so what do you do now for the rest of the week? I think you got media commitments, and then the draw on Thursday. How do you spend the last few days now?
Yeah, just maintaining my weight and that, you know. I've been in this morning, done a few sharp sprints. I'll be back in again at 4 o'clock, do some sharp pads. It's like some ones and stuff, you know, just keeping my weight down. And then Thursday I've got the draw, so we'll know Thursday who we've got. And then Friday we've got the weigh-in. And then I think it's 10 stone 2 we've got to be, so it's not championship weight, so it's 10 stone 2, which is a bit better. And then Saturday fight night, you know, I'll just try and relax as much as I can, and just enjoy it, Steve. That's what I've got to do. Just enjoy it while it's happening, you know, because normally you can't enjoy it while you're in it, you know what I mean? But I'm trying to learn to enjoy the moments, if you get what I mean. Just like not looking too far ahead. Just try and enjoy it while it's here, because once it's all over, you'll have to look back and think, oh, should have enjoyed it a bit more, but just trying to enjoy it, you know.
Yeah, I think you said that to me last time about enjoying the moment and living for it these nights. You know, you're on Sky TV, you're in your hometown at the Echo. You know, it's a big night in your life, and something you'll look back on in 20 years. And you might think, wow, did that really happen that night, when you're sitting in there watching your mate's son or someone who's boxing?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, and like even with the Dalton Smith fight, you know what? That was the first show back on the Matchroom, and it was the first show in Eddie Hearn's back garden. You know, so that's something that I've done as well. You know what I mean? Not many people can say they've boxed in Eddie Hearn's back garden, and I've done that. And then I'm fighting in my own city in Liverpool. You know, I watched Fowler Smith 4 weeks ago. I was there at the show. You know, and it was boss. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking to myself, looking forward to the boxer tournament coming around, which was only 4 weeks later, which is this Saturday, and just can't wait. It'll be me this time.
I don't think any of us who work in boxing will ever forget the garden shows. They were great.
No. But that's what I'm trying to say, you know what I mean? Not many people can say that they've boxed in his garden. I boxed on the first ever show in his back garden after lockdown. That was the first show with the Sam Egerton Cheeseman fight, topping the bill, and I boxed on that card. It was the first ever show in Eddie Hearn's back garden. So, you know, something to tell the grandkids about, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Well, brilliant. Thanks for joining us today. And
broke up a bit there.
Yeah, it's just I'm speaking to a couple of the other lads later, and just wish you, same as I will to them, all the best for Saturday. And I hope you get what you want out of it.
Steve, appreciate the call, mate. Appreciate your time.
Thank you very much indeed.
See, Steve. Thanks, mate.
For all boxing info, news, and latest interviews, amateur and pro across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.